let's understand the difference between all selected, and all except functions. Let's understand this with this example. We have this data where we are showing total sales by category. We have a total sales measure. This is sum of sales column from the orders table. If you use this measure directly here, you can see the results filtered based on the filter context. And we have these slicers as well, category, region, segment. If we select any of these slicers, the values are filtered. So this is normally how the measures are filtered. Now, if we don't want any of these slicers or the visual filters to get applied on these measures, then we can use all function. So let's create a measure with this. We can create a new measure. Let's call it total sales all. And here we can use calculate function, total sales, and in the filter parameter, we can use all, and we want all the values from the orders table here. So simply we can put order table inside the all function. Okay, now if you can see the total sales all, this shows us the total value. So this shows total value. None of the filter context are working on this. If I select any of the slicer values, nothing would work on this. So no visual level filters or the slicer level filters gets applied on the all function. But if you want this function to be filtered for certain values, then we can use all selected or all except. Let's first use the all selected function here. Similar way, we will calculate total sales. And here, instead of all, we are going to apply all selected function. And in all selected, we can simply keep, once again, we can keep the orders table over here. So we would want this to be all selected would work based on whatever selection that we can keep from the column in the orders table. Let's add it to this visual. So at the moment, it gives us the same result as we see with the all function. Okay, all selected. But here in all selected, we can filter the results based on any other selection from the slicers. So if I click on central region, this would give us the total of the category sales for the central region. If we select a segment, a new slicer selection over here, this will give us the selected region or the segment's total values. If I apply the category slicer as well, this will give us the filtered result within that category. So it means that with all selected function, the visual filters would not get applied, but the slicer filters are getting applied. So whatever selection that we make on the slicers will be applied on top of this measure. The third type of function here is all except. In all except, we can choose which slicer should work as a filter on the measure. So let's use that too. So we'll create a new measure. Once again, we'll do calculate of total sales. And this time we will use all except. In all except, we need to specify the table. And then we also need to specify which column or columns we want the filter to get applied. So let's say I choose the region over here, region. So I've added region column to in all except. And let's add this to this table. At the moment, when nothing is selected, this again works similar to this. But here, if I apply a region filter, you will see that it gets filtered for the region because in all except we have specified region. But if I had selected segment here, this would not filter. While all select will get filtered for any kind of slicer selection, all except will filter only on the specified column that we are using in the formula. Okay, so on the region it would work, but on the segment it would not work. So these are the differences between all selected, and all except. Thank you for watching the video.